The 3rd century BC, Rome has fought its way to a position of global predominance. Complacent about its military superiority, Rome challenges its mighty neighbour Carthage, and in the First Punic War takes its colonies. But the Romans did not reckon with Hannibal. This son of a Carthaginian field marshal promises his father that he will make Rome tremble before him. Then in 221 BC, the 26-year-old Hannibal makes a bold move. He lays siege to Saguntum, an ally and protectorate of Rome, in an obvious act of provocation. The Romans cannot let this impudence go unchallenged. War wages once again between Carthage and Rome. The Battle of Saguntum kicks off one of the most famous wars of antiquity. The two civilizations are fighting for nothing more and nothing less than global supremacy. In 218 BC, Hannibal heads towards southern France with a contingent of 40,000 men, 4,000 horses, and 37 war elephants. He has to keep the Romans occupied, or the legionnaires will soon be battering down the gates of Carthage. His advance enables him to dictate when and where the two sides will engage in battle. The Romans follow in hot pursuit and wait in ambush close to the site of present-day Marseille. But Hannibal doesn't appear. The shrewd tactician has evaded his foes and is already moving towards Italy. Hannibal has a very special ace up his sleeve, his war elephants. They are to clear the way by mowing down enemy troops. But first the adventurers have to face a different opponent: the Alps. The legend of Hannibal's passage through the Alps endures to this day. The massive ponderous beasts had to be led through 2,000-meter-high mountain passes. This was an ambitious and arduous undertaking. Large amounts of winter clothing, food and weapons had to be hauled up the steep slopes. The only paths through the mountains are rough tracks where men and animals have to move forward in single file. As a result, the troops become strung out across a distance of many miles, and progress is slowed. This is an unacceptable development for Hannibal. He divides his troops into two and sends them on different routes. One to the south, along the Durance, the other to the north, through the Isère Valley. The army thus manages to cross the Alps relatively quickly. Yet what began as a stroke of genius turns into a fiasco during the descent from the foothills. Hannibal loses almost a quarter of his troops and most of his elephants. In the end, Hannibal achieves his goal. He and his army are on Italian soil, and for a good few years the Carthaginians keep the proud Romans on their toes within their own dominions. But the question of which of the two powers is to ultimately emerge victorious is yet to be answered.